First day in the hospital we started on the 4th of August, which was a week or so before the hospital opened. We did all sorts of bits and pieces then. We did fire drills and evacuation drills, and we set up offices, set up desks, set up files, typewriters in those days, no computers. We did all those sorts of things for the first few days, and then the hospital opened. We were all on duty here, doing things like car park duty, just making sure everybody was in their right place at the right time. We had the opening, that all went well, and about a week later we had our first patient admission into the hospital.
It was different insofar as we had our own floors, our own areas. We could look at, get to know the staff, get to know the patients. It was just such a lovely place to work. Not that it isn't now, but it was so cliquey. Everybody knew each other. It was just lovely. And being out in the bush, it was, so isolated, and you felt like you were the only ones around,
I was on the switchboard, and I started at 4. At 8 o'clock I used to close down the switchboard and go down to emergency and work on the emergency, doing the admissions down there. And it was a lot different then. We didn't have a doctor resident. If you were really ill, they used to call the doctor in, somebody on call.
Everybody knew everybody. We all pitched in and helped each other in any role. We sometimes would deliver meals if they were short in the kitchen. We developed some great friendships. A lot of these people I'm still very good friends with now, and obviously some of them are still working at the hospital.
At the time I came on board, there was only Bobby Taylor, who was the Director of Nursing, and John Goodsell, who was the Administrator there. So I was the third one to come on. But in general terms, I met them for half an hour, had a bit of a chat, and then I was down with the contractors and walking around the facility. At the time there was no lights on, it was still a construction site, and I'd been brought on to commission the site ready for opening.
Our first baby was born at Wanneroo Hospital shortly after we opened. It was actually born on the 22nd of August, and being our first baby we were all really excited about that. I admitted the mother into the hospital at the time, and obviously once the baby was born we all went up to have a look and see her, and the hospital made a donation or a gift to the mother and the baby and the city of Wanneroo to celebrate the birth of our first baby.
I've been here for nearly 32 years in August, and when we started it was a big black ledger and a fountain pen. So all the patients' details were put in, name, address, in this big black ledger. When they initially brought the computers in, I'd never seen a computer. So they took me into the room and showed me. And when I saw the lights and the colours, I just went and gave notice straight away. The computer frightened me, and once again I thought, oh, I won't do this, but I did. I managed with the help of some wonderful girls that they said they'd drag me through, and I got there.
We used to get many phone calls when I worked on the switchboard from patients that had travelled halfway down Joondalup Drive and assumed that they'd missed the turning because they felt like they were going for miles, and we'd say, no, keep coming, keep coming. So basically there was nothing there when I started. I love the fact that we were classed as a country hospital back in those days. We had the kangaroos and the emus on the front lawn. The patients loved it. It was almost like a little holiday.
With Joondalup Health Campus, it's growing so much, the redevelopment. Each area is developing into its own little communities, into bigger community. And when it gets even bigger, my God, it's going to be just mind-blowing.
Wanneroo Hospital is an 85-bed hospital. Wanneroo Wing is now an 85-bed wing, so the actual Wanneroo Hospital building itself now is just what we're currently calling the East Wing, so it's a small part of the building. So from an infrastructure point of view, it's grown significantly. Really in the Wanneroo Hospital days, there was a sense of pride and a sense of working for the community and being part of the community, and I don't actually believe that's changed. I think the staff today are still very proud of being a part of Joondalup Health Campus and providing a service to the community.
I think the reason I've lasted for 30 years is I just think from day one it's been a fantastic place to work with fantastic people, and for a place that started so small to see where it's come now has just been fantastic to be a part of.